If Monica Lewinsky says that while you were in the Oval Office area you touched her breast, would she be lying?
Let me say something about all this.
All I really need for you, Mr. President,
I know,
is to say I won't answer under the previous grounds or to answer the question. You see, because we only have 4 hours and your answers are extremely lengthy.
But go ahead and ask your questions.
The question is, if Monica Lewinsky says that while you were in the Oval Office area you touched her breast, would she be lying?
That is not my recollection. My recollection is that I did not have sexual relations with Ms. Lewinsky, and I'm staying on my former statement about that.
If she
my statement is that I did not have sexual relations as defined by that.
If she says that you kissed her breast, would she be lying?
I'm going to revert to my former statement.
Okay. If Monica Lewinsky says that while you were in the Oval Office area you touched her genitalia, would she be lying? That calls for a yes, no, or reverting to your former statement.
I will revert to my statement on that.
If Monica Lewinsky says that you used a cigar as a sexual aid with her in the Oval Office area, would you be lying? Yes, no, or won't answer?
I will revert to my former statement.
If Monica Lewinsky says that you had phone sex with her, would she be lying?
Well, that is, at least in general terms, I think is covered by my statement. I addressed that in my statement, and that I don't believe is...
Let me define phone sex for purposes of my question. Phone sex occurs when a party to a phone conversation masturbates while the other party is talking in a sexually explicit manner. And the question is, if Monica Lewinsky says that you had phone sex with her, would she be lying?
I think that is covered by my statement.
At first I didn't know, and I thought, oh, this is dirty, that's weird. And then it came to my mind that the last time I had worn it was when I was with the president. And I thought, oh no. And it was funny to me. The whole subject of the dress has been one of those topics this past year that I know is, it's a lot more fun to think that I kept it as a souvenir, to think that I cherished this and I would never clean it, and I was some sick, deranged person who kept this as a trophy, but that's not what it was.
What many people find disgusting is that you did just take this dress and send it out to be dry cleaned.
What happened was, I have a lot of clothes, and the next time when I had gone to put on this dress, when I believe it was the time that I noticed it was soiled, it didn't fit. I'd gained weight. So it was sort of this frustration, oh, this thing doesn't fit anyway. I threw it in the closet. And it was funny. I had mentioned it to my girlfriends. We laughed about it. With one, I even joked, gee, maybe he'll pay for the dry cleaning. It was, and it
never thought that this was something that was serious or incriminating.
Of course not. It wasn't an issue. I was never going to talk about this relationship.
Why did you tell Linda Tripp about this dress?
Because it was funny. It was funny.
And then she told you, save this dress.
Yes.
Listen to this tape.
I don't trust the people around him, and I just want you to have that for you. Put it in a baggie, put it in a Ziploc bag. What for, though? I don't know, Monica. It's just this nagging, awful feeling I have in the back of my head.
So Monica did save the dress, and this is one secret she says she kept, even from her mother, until Linda Tripp told prosecutors about it. One of the other things that people don't understand is, you gave the dress to your mother. What kind of a woman saves a dress?
There have been a lot of things that have been said about me, my mother, and my family that are not true, and that is one of them. My mom did not know about this dress until the rest of the world first heard of this dress. And it was, I think, a few weeks into this nightmare, and it was on the TV, and she turned to me and she said, what is this about this dress? Is this one of these crazy things that they keep talking about? And I looked at her and I said, well, and she said, well, where is it? And I said, in your apartment in New York. And she just looked at me, and we were both so paralyzed with fear, and I didn't have immunity yet, and I was terrified of the way I was being watched, how I was being monitored. I didn't know, and I thought, okay, I could wash this, I could destroy this. I knew at that point, I knew that was obstruction of justice, and I was in enough trouble already.
Ken Starr's people didn't know you had this.